Grand evening, everyone. It is Monday, January 26th, 2026. It is 1900 hours and 40 minutes in the evening, Central Standard Time. And we have some news to get through here today, not very much as usual, since I've really kept up with it this time. Mainly about the U.S. forces that have been deployed near Iran and the government shutdown that is very possible starting Friday for the second time within months of each other. So I have some news even here. And then we have that there once again for those who may be just watching from this initial live stream recording that is posted to my YouTube channel. Gold yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, for the first time in history, reached over $5,000 an ounce. That apocalyptic number, that number that has been talked about for years by so many people and referenced as many people do not want to be around when it hits that number. It is an absolutely apocalyptic number for gold, for these end times of this society, this world as we know it now. Gold right now, as you can see here, is still over $5,000 an ounce. I think the high for today so far was $5,070 per ounce. It is at $5,057 per ounce right now. And the price of silver, I heard it dropped massively at one point, though it is at the high for this week anyway. It went to $115 in the last week. So the price of silver is around $115 per ounce. As you can see here, it's $109, $110 per ounce right now. This is not a sponsored website or anything of that sort either. This is just a great spot to look at the price of gold and silver. That's what I use these charts for. So back to here. So the government, the U.S. government, may shut down within days as soon as Friday if there is no deal reached. The last government shutdown, if I remember correctly, was the longest in U.S. history, and it affected many things all throughout the country, such as SNAP food benefits. That was a big one with that. The ATC at the airports, those operators, they were not getting paid, and other federal government workers were not being paid. They were, a lot of them might have even went homeless. They lost a lot of money. They went into massive debt because of the government shutdown. They work for the federal government, so it had a massive effect on the federal government employees. So we have that as soon as Friday sometime. And it is looking like that will happen as of right now. It is very likely. Then we have this here. I've been watching it here and there. So before we even get into that, the The bird flu, I think it went to cows recently. The bird flu is still around, very much a thing. Went into cows. I think it was in the Netherlands where it was spotted, if I remember right. Then we have this here from Terror Alarm. India has confirmed 5 cases of the Nipah virus, a disease with a mortality rate of up to 75%. That's 3/4 of, of people potentially die from it. Several countries have begun tightening health screening at international borders, such as India, I think Taiwan, Thailand. Quite a few countries are doing the extensive health screening at the international borders and so on because of the Nipah virus, which, as you can see there, I think that's a fruit bat. It originates from bats. We know what originally might have been originated from bats. This Nipah virus, it could be another potential bioweapon. That's very likely if it's taking out that many people, about 75%. There might have been gain of function done on the Nipah virus. That is very interesting, very concerning development that is spreading all throughout the world, especially in the East right now. The Nipah virus. We have U.S. forces such as the USS Abraham Lincoln strike carrier group in the Middle East right now. I believe there is another strike carrier group that is also approaching Iran to reinforce that strike carrier group at this time. Let's see if we could find news on that. So there we have it there as of yesterday. The USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carriers, accompanied by destroyers, they have arrived in the Middle East, and they are now within striking range of Iran. This is a recent video of that strike carrier group. I think they're even flying a Ukrainian flag as well with the American flag on that. It's the first time seeing that. And then there's the destroyers. Those smaller ships are destroyers. Very interesting. These strike carrier groups are immensely powerful. They are capable of taking out countries by themselves. They are so heavily armed. There's the aircraft carrier, and then all those destroyers. That's exactly what they do, is they destroy. So we have immensely, extremely powerful strike carrier groups within striking range of Iran at this time. They are on standby, waiting for further orders for some of the first attacks in the new, and I'm sure much longer war. This is going to absolutely escalate far more than it has ever before, because the Chinese are going to absolutely defend Iran, and the Russians may even do the same, because the Chinese and the Russians have alliances with Iran, and they're not going to just stand by and let the US and Israel destroy the Iranian regime that's there now. So this is where it really could absolutely escalate to levels unseen before between the U.S. and those other three countries, Iran, China, and Russia. This is a really good video recording of them, of that strike carrier group with the USS Abraham Lincoln. Let's see if we could find, I think there's another that is there. I'm quite sure I heard something about another strike carrier group going near Iran. Let's see here. This is a little better. Okay, this seems to be, let's see here. This is a bit more complex. We can look at this map right here from Defense Geek. This is a very complex map of the deployments and the positioning of all those units there in and around the Middle East. Let's see. He has these positions definitely a bit strange. Okay. There's Qatar, Italy. There we go. Sigonella Air Base, Italy. So there's an E3 Sentry there. It's an AWACS plane right there. That's where Sigonella is. Then there is over here Akrotiri. As you can see there, there's Eurofighter Typhoon. It's a fighter jet. It's a fast attack fighter jet. There's a tanker, KC-30A, a Voyager tanker. One. So the fighter jets, there's over three. See, back to Sigonella. There's at least, yep, there's one E3 Sentry AWACS plane there, southern Italy, Sigonella Air Base. I recognize that call sign. Let's see. Prince Sultan Air Base, Saudi Arabia. That's over here. There is a very large quantity of units in the Middle East and nearby, especially in Europe. Got those Strato tankers at Royal Air Force Base Middenhall. In the UK, there's over 16 Strato tankers. Over 4 Ospreys. Those MC-130J, those Commando 2s. Those are Special Forces units. Yep, those Ospreys and the MiG-30s. I'm not entirely sure what that one is, the MC-130. Maybe that's some kind of, almost like an AC-130, which is a AC-130 is a very advanced attack plane where they use all different kinds of ammunition to fire at enemies on the ground. It's a great support aircraft. Let's see. Where does he have his? We got Jordan there. I'm looking for the Israel. What they might have there. There's over 6 air bases there in Israel. Just reading through this. Okay, so they have a lot at the Al Dhafra air base there in the United Arab Emirates. 4 MQ-4C Tritons. Those are UAVs, recon planes. And they have some UAE fast jets, a lot of them over there, F-16s and so on. Those Mirage units. Bahrain. Where do we go? I don't know if he listed that one. Okay. You could hardly see it here, though on the bottom right, there's Carrier Strike Group 3. That's where they might be. That's where they're somewhat positioned, is over there. They probably moved a little forward. They're quite close to Iran. That's close enough. Even if they're over here, it's probably close enough because there's Tehran over there. So we have this must be all the units on the Carrier Air Wing, which is with the Carrier Strike Group 3, CSG 3. I'm not sure what the Growler is. Then we got the F-18E. Those are Strike Eagles, the Super Hornets. 30 to 36 F-18Es. That is a very large number. Those are nuclear capable fighter jets, fast attack jets. F-35C Lightning IIs, 10 to 12 F-35Cs, some of the most advanced nuclear capable fighter jets as well. Just those two is a massive combined force. And then they have all those destroyers. This place, the Middle East, is highly prepared and well armed for this attack on Iran. Those are some serious numbers on this map here. This very recent map. Another AWACS plane, the E-2D, Advanced Hawkeye, 4 to 5. Got about 3 Ospreys. Those are cargo. I think those are more, cargo and transport. Ospreys. And then we got Seahawks, about 22. MH-60R/S Seahawks. So those are helicopters, about 22 or so. 19 to 22 helicopters over there. This is a very, very good map. Might have to really start looking at this map created by them. This map and others for sure. Well, very good find. So we have a massive force that is positioned, ready. All of this is on standby for the war with Iran, potentially Russia and China too. Though this is uh, a very good number for, say, Iran. If Iran is alone in the fight, they're done. This is a massive force. As you can see here at Lockheath, there's more F-15s there. There's more F-35s there. There's 35 F-15 Strike Eagles in Lockheath. 54 F-35A Lightning IIs. A massive air force is prepared for the attack on Iran. So that will be happening very soon. I expect as soon as Wednesday, almost definitely this weekend, the attack on Iran, some of the first attacks will begin. That will just about be all for now. The winter storm is closing. It is ending now. The winter storm is not much longer. It's another day or two, then it'll be done. Keep on preparing for the rest of this winter and for these attacks, this war with Iran, this massive escalation for World War III that is about to happen in the coming days. And then we have the government shutdown also coming up. I highly recommend people prepare for that. Whether it happens or not, it is very likely to happen sooner or later again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you all on the next one. Coming very soon. I think I will be back Wednesday night. You may also donate if you will. In the link in the description, I've placed it there. That will be all for now. Love, light, and blessings to you all.